Hi everyone, you'll have to excuse me tonight. I'm just doing a live video. I haven't had time to do any proper video uploads. And I don't know about everybody else, but it's been so hot and I've been batting the heat and hay fever. I love the summer, I love the sunshine, but phew, has it been hot. You also have to excuse me. I'm not kind of sure. This is the first time I've really properly done this. And I'm not sure whether I need to look into this camera or whether I need to look here. So I'm going to kind of flip between the two. I'll try not to do it too often. So how are you all today? How are my fellow yummy mummies and cherub cheek chummies, tongue-tied? What can I say? Obviously, this live video is going to be about how to self-publish your own children's book. I do not expect any of you to be here and chat or anything because I have not. This is just a spur of the moment thing. And if you are about, great. If you're not, you're not. Obviously, this will be recorded and it will be uploaded. So today I'm going to talk about how to self-publish. How do you go about it? Obviously, my advice is I have this book. This is going to, I hope, be one of many. This is Rabbits and Their Nighttime Habits, which was written by me and also illustrated by me. And it's about 30 pages. It's soft cover, full colour. You can get this on Amazon. I will put a link below. This is selling quite well. I did a first edition, which was via printers, which is very costly. And this is my second edition, obviously by CreateSpace at Amazon. So first things first, obviously you want everybody, they say everybody has a book in them. And I meet so many people that want to publish children's books. I just thought this would be beneficial to do and maybe, or at least I hope, be able to give some advice. Oh, please excuse my terrible eyes. This is a hay fever and I can't take anything for it at the moment, so I look a bit like the fly. Anyway, so I would say it's probably easier to do a novel, actually, unless you are a very good artist and you're very confident with your drawing, because obviously with a children's book, you need to illustrate it. One thing I must say with the children's book market is it's very, very competitive. There are a lot of people doing it. There are a lot of books out there. You just have to walk into a bookseller's and just see there are so many books in the children's sections. It's unbelievable. I have a few favourites. I do like, there's one, Giraffes Can't Dance. I love that. And also Room on a Broom. I love those books. And basically my idea came with, I did graphic design and I specialised in illustration quite a few years ago. I'm not going to say how long ago. And illustration has always been one of my first loves. I love drawing, but also love digital side. And I decided to do my book about my rabbits, my pet rabbits that I have. Unfortunately, I lost one. I only have one, Mr. Bun, now. But I just thought, well, okay, what if you did a book and you illustrated it and you wrote a story about what the rabbits get up to at night? What do they get up to when we've gone to bed? Because as a lot of you probably already know, rabbits are very nocturnal. They tend to kind of not do much in the day and go absolutely crazy at night. And Mr. Bun, who is at the back, does actually wake me up sometimes, especially where I've had the windows open, because he's delightful like that at 5 in the morning. So anyway, I came up with this idea of writing the story and I illustrated it. And basically my technique is that I'll draw things, I scan them in, and then I'll digitally modify them and add colour to them and things like that. So I did that. I initially went with Ingram Sparks. I found that I was spending a lot of money. I was literally throwing money off, good money after bad. And what is it with one thing that was, it was to the point where I just kept doing proofs and the proofs kept coming back wrong. And a lot of the time it wasn't my side, it wasn't my error. It was their side, but they wouldn't admit to it. And then there wasn't any help and there was no community support, no community forums, and everything was done by email. And it was just such a headache and I was just wasting money. And the only thing I would say I like about Ingram Spark is they do hardcover books, I think, whereas CreateSpace don't. And I would love to do some hardcover books. That would be my only thing. Anyway, as I'm a very cash-strapped artist, I decided to go with CreateSpace. And I found that it was all right. I created the artwork, scanned it in, did it in Photoshop, finished it off, resized it, made sure it was proper size and everything, made sure it was proper resolution, so it wasn't blurry or anything like that. And basically dropped it into InDesign, which is a publishing program, and then added the text to it and laid it out the inside of the book and made that one file. And then with the cover, I did as a separate file, because you have to submit the interior and the outside cover separate, and uploaded those and got a few proofs. And there were a few errors, I must admit. There was streaking, there was weird white globs where there shouldn't be on pages rather randomly. But I must say that CreateSpace were ever so good, and they rectified it, and they would send me proofs free of charge, so I wasn't ending up out of pocket. And the final result was really good. Really, really pleased with it. And I also helped a friend with her book for her daughter's first birthday. Basically the same kind of technique. She'd written a book and she'd drawn it, and I basically tweaked it and everything. And when the proof came back, I was really astounded, actually, because the colours, they've really upped their game. The colours in her book were absolutely beautiful. In fact, I was quite envious, because they were even better than the colours in my book have been. I would highly recommend them. I would say, if you have a gem of an idea or a story in your head, write it out first. Try and get the story written first, because I found that it's harder to illustrate if it's all a bit bitty. If I've got a whole story, I can break it down, okay, and say, okay, this scene, I'm going to illustrate this, then I'm going to move on to this scene, and I just found it a lot easier. And I'm in the process of writing my second book, which is Inspector Spectre, which was an idea based on what my dad had about Inspector Spectre, who is a ghost policeman who lives in the graveyard, lives in inverted commas, and kind of inspects all sorts of misdemeanors that go on in the graveyard. And excuse me, I'm about halfway through with that one. I've got a bit of a writer's block, but I've got the idea in my head, so I'm halfway through. And also with this one, it's more about drawing people and character development, and that's quite a huge step for me, to go from little rabbits to people. People, I find, are a bit of a there are some things that I do find quite a challenge to draw, and I think people are quite hard. But I'm going to persevere with that. And when I get a bit more time, when Molly goes to nursery in September, I'm hoping to do a bit more on that, along with some other books and other projects. And I would also say, if you don't feel that your drawing is up to scratch, if you're not confident with it, you're not happy with it, you can outsource it. There are so many artists out there who will draw some bits, some images for you. And can I also say that you should let them have some money, because there's this thing where you're expected to work for free. Not I'm saying you guys, but very much, oh, you'll do it for free, oh, you'll do it for exposure. Well, that's great, but I've got bills to pay at the end of the day, and if that was me, I can't keep doing freebies, especially if I end up out of pocket. So it's up to you. You can go to the Association of Illustrators. They are the professional illustrators, but there are lots of other professional illustrators out there. All you've got to do is just look on the internet, just do a search, and you'll find a lot. And of course, there's different styles and different colours and different palettes and things like that. It really is a case of what do you really want. And also, it doesn't hurt to look, as I said, I mentioned about going into bookstores and having a look on the bookshelves. Look there, look everywhere you can. Look at some of the self-published stuff. Definitely worth a go. But it is a real labour of love, and it's not something you're going to get overnight fame with. It is hard work, and I found that I would actually say that it's harder to market a book than actually creating it. And I've certainly found that with the Rabbit's book, and also my mum's book, which I recently released, which I will talk about in another video, because that's not a children's book. That's a completely different kind of formatted book. Anyway, if you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to comment below, and I'd like to say thank you for watching. I will be doing more about self-publishing in the future. And what else I was going to say, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you know someone that might find this video useful, please don't forget to share it with them. I really appreciate you watching, and I'm sorry that this is kind of a mismatch today. I can't even speak again. Lack of sleep as well from the heat, but hey ho, it's the summer. I'd much rather it be sunny and shiny and shiny happy people. So there you go. Anyway, I rattled on enough, and I hope I've given you some insight, and I'd like to say thank you for watching.